This is the second episode of the new series of Crusader Kings 2 here on the Lord Master channel, where we play as the Sogdians of Sogdiana, even though it's not an independent kingdom or Emirate, so to speak, that we live in, as I'm still the Shaykhah of Bukhara, as we introduced you to Roxana from the first episode, in which she's picked up quite a bit more personalities, which nowadays, she's humble, but she's ambitious, she's just, and not to mention her combat skills improving, and picked up these leadership traits whenever the time for wars come, and also even have sympathy for Muslim religions, which is due to swaying the Emir, my liege, Jibril, and due to that, with like I have sympathy for Muslim religions, I even made him become sympathetic to Mazdan religions like Zoroastrianism. But he's still largely the same person, personality-wise, as we were first introduced to in the first episode. That when I came in as the Shaykhah of Bukhara, he didn't like me. And when I got pregnant the first time and became more attractive to people of the opposite sex, and when I came in for a visit while he was sick with the flu, which made him bedridden, which he nearly died for it, he started taking a like of me, and therefore we become, well, we're not quite best friends, but softened and have improved relations thanks to my skilled Chancellor, despite the fact that he's a Manichaean. And since he was tutored by a legal tutor, he's picked up renowned physicians, so one would have thought that, ever since that really bad experience with the flu, which he nearly died of, he thought he should, take up, medicine research, and therefore he became a renowned practitioner of medicine and a sought-after physician. So look at you. You might as well be a medical doctor right now instead of Emir. But at least you have an heir, although very young. And I didn't know your father died. He died this past April. Well, to be with, he was fairly old. Had he ruled, he would have been a fine ruler. I mean, he doesn't have the martial, although Jibril doesn't have the martial skills his father has. But he still has this brother, which we could say he's a pretender, while he could be a much better, military ruler here. But with him being cynical, I would think he would take a fondness to Zoroastrian over time. And he's been in some fights, so he has duel experience, but he's not a member of the Sandpit. His duel experience probably comes from, well, since he's a commander, I guess he was, like whenever Samarkand was expanding in liberation of Sardaya, or helping out their tributary state in the petty Shadam of Fergana. Took a drink. But now, as for me, I'm a bit stressed, and I'm trying to get rid of it by, having a carousing focus, which I increased a bit more diplomacy, which means vassals and others can respect me a bit more, so I don't look like just some, so I don't look like an infidel in their eyes, since he likes me. He doesn't call me an infidel anymore, because he has sympathy for Mazdan religions now, in addition to I have sympathy for his. I mean, look, I'm a nice little girl, so I have to be that type of person, at least for now. But I'll tell you who I wasn't nice to. My rival, which he was the former Herbad, in which he's expelled to that region of Vakhan, held by Sogdian Buddhists, but serving a Tibetan rebellion right now. And just today, on November 1st, as it happened at the very end of the first episode, I killed a man today. He was Varam Veos of Rustak. Yeah, I killed him in a personal combat. He had a bounty on his head because he was a rival to Hashem of Kutal, which I thought, hey, since I can be friends with heretics, why don't I befriend you? I mean, I'm not swaying anybody at the moment. I mean, if you get more rivals in your realm, and you better pay up so I can get the reward. So despite our differences, which is again, yes, we're both humble, but he calls me a heretic because he's a Mazdaki. And just recently, as I was, carousing, like I wanted to be friend with him, but it seems that won't happen. And the reason? He's a Muslim. And he's not decadent, nor drunkard, or hedonist. Now, he has a family focus, and he's being a family man, which I can respect that, despite the fact that he has a lover. Yeah, rival to, you know, rival to one of the secondary wives. Oh, problems at home I see over in Samarkand. And speaking of Samarkand, Samarkand is Sunni right now. There was a spread of the Kurmazda heresy down into Samarkand, which there's still a heretic stronghold which will expire in a couple of years. But it could still potentially spring up a peasant revolt rather than a Kurmazda uprising. So, the Islamization of Traxxiana or Sogdiana is still a very slow process unless, heresies spring up. And remember, it is a tributary state to the Abbasid Empire, which is currently in revolt and involved in a lot of wars. They're very much involved that has pretty much got their hands full. Next one won't be as good. So, again, I just killed a man, and I'm trying to give it a stress, which I'll be able to invite people to Carousing by the end of April. So until then, let's just make more money. Speaking of which, not only make more money, but we're trying to increase the levy size so we can have our potential expansions out west. Hey. Maybe our first place to expand should be at Dashkowitz rather than Kiva, which is more attractive because it has 4 holdings compared to 3, much like 4 here, but Samarkand has 5. So I guess this place makes it more likely because it's ruled by a child, very little martial skill. Garrisons are small, which we have enough troops to besiege them, but I need a little more, and I know how to get more. We have this Willia here, ruled by Shapur Shapurid. He doesn't have a son, so we need to get rid of him. Which one would think assassinating would be the easiest thing in the world. And too bad he hasn't committed a crime, which gives me the excuse for righteous imprisonment, so I wouldn't get any penalty for it. But instead, just revoke that title. He'll say maybe. If he rebels, that makes him a traitor, and therefore I get to revoke and later banish him and take the money and go. So let's do it. So again, it'll be minus 15 for the other vassals, which my Herbad is my friend, so I'll be able to get away with it. And the mayor, he'll still like me more, even if I revoke that man's title. So as I said, I will get away with it. So it's a maybe. He'll say either yes or no to the offer. And I invited this Persian man here to be one of the possible backup commanders. Actually, put you in now. One organizer, one unyielding. What say you? Unprincipled Mule Roxana, he calls me, so therefore, it's a rebellion. But we have enough to besiege your holding, which will take a while. It's going to take a long while, so no rush. And I need a little more on the military training. A holy war for Sardaya against the Abguids. No doubt you can take them on. Yes, Sir Dies, so he's trying to get it all the way up there. All the way to the other side of the Aral Sea. Oh, what's this? Hey, what happened to your father? Died of severe stress. And he was possessed too. Two Zoroastrian realms split up. Persian Zoroastrian. So far so good, and also that the stage event with the little... Okay. Should anything unforeseen would happen. Remember, he got until April. At least we're in friendly territory. We can reinforce more soldiers, and siege will go on a little faster. Hawarjite faith trumpet. That is a heresy to the Ibadi Islam. Does not concern me one bit. Oh, by the way, since he refused the revocation... Okay, by 680, you'll get over it. The mayor ain't gonna like it, but they'll respect me over time. I have high diplomacy. We got prisoners, and we looted a bit of a place, so... By a bit of the place, we mean just this will alone. So, took your wife and your daughter. If you want them back, I'll give it to you. Well, then again, you're going to prison, and I can just expel you, take the gold, and all that. So just... So you are in prison, and since you rebelled against me, your title's revoked. Yeah, he's still here, so we can banish them all. Oh, hairlet, sickly. It's unfortunate for you. Alright. Now get the heck out of here. Take the money. Does your wife have any money? Not at all. But since you still reside here, and he's fled to Dalem, which the rebellion is over. Ah, dang it, they still have their titles. They walk out of there free men. Because I was hoping to have his title revoked so that way my daughters can marry to his children, as if they can't inherit the county, so we can naturally marry and inherit their bloodline, the Parthian bloodline. Again, I have no quarrel with you two. You were just in the way, so... And since you do live here, so therefore I will release you, just to show how merciful I can be. Again, I'm a kind woman. So now they both live here. But your husband has left for the Abbasid Empire. Just don't worry about it. Yeah, they're saying merciful, so I hold no ill will towards those two. And I hope your daughter gets well soon. That's all I gotta say about it. After all, you're Sogdian and a Zoroastrian. Right, now that we have the William, we can hold even more troops now. And thanks to him, he's already made steppe riding grounds. And we got 200 more gold, so... Yeah, let's have more cavalry here. So for now, just continue my martial training, and it's time to invite people to carousing. But remember, I cannot invite Muslim characters unless they have the drunkard, hedonist, or decadent traits, where I can invite them to carousing, where they'll be more willing to accept. But just based on his traits, he's kind of half and half. Actually, no. I mean, patience and erudite is good, just to keep the decadence down, but him being content, cruel, and deceitful are not good ones to have. So therefore, he's slightly more onto the vices than he is a virtuous Muslim. But give it time. Of course, if he's going to be decadent, he'll be an old man by then. And we don't know what his children will be like, if they'll ever be decadent in their lives, too. Yeah, I did some reading and research regarding the decadence feature when you're playing as a Muslim. Which I rarely do, and just never done a recording on that. So just wait for troops to be raised, make a little bit more money, and then we'll start expanding. Oh, and that reminds me. That man I invited to court, now he's my military tutor. Despite his learning skill. I mean, I could ask him to tutor me, but I don't have the money for that. Right. Again, I have 3 friends, and if I want to be friends with somebody, I would rather be friend with my husband. I need him to like me more, just to increase the likeliness of getting impregnated by him and have more children. I guess not him. Okay, oh, just to feel, you know, as I said, yeah, I feel a little guilty, okay? Well, like, I'm sorry your husband had to leave, but can we at least be friends? Just you and me? Okay. I just need more friends these days. Befriend a wife of a former, you know. Again, it's going to take a while. But do not worry, we have our Aran Spabod, aka Marshal, to train the troops. Once I get rid of that stress trait, then I will start, you know, working my way up in those duels. Since we're not building anything anytime soon, now start collecting taxes. Just to increase the local tax modifier a bit. Alrighty. Alright, Gonche? Is that how you say that Sogdian name? You're my best friend now. So yeah, I like you because of your temperance, and you are brave and erudite. And also she's a Zoroastrian with, again, she has a hairstyle like Princess Leia for those Star Wars aficionados out there watching. I don't want to be hedonist or socializer, because I aspire to be a great warrior. But still have not got rid of stress. You succeeded. I congratulate you on your conquest. And since we own that willy, that means we get a little more tax out of it. Honestly, I should have invited Hashem to the feast. But maybe next time. Yeah, I'll get personally involved. We made some more money from the tannery. Good. And if you were to ask me, when are you going to expand to either of these areas? I mean, soon we will have enough manpower to expand to anywhere we wish to. Except for Samarkand itself, which I need a claim for that. Just to hold here. Oh. vomiting again. It happened the first time, but it's happening again. To stop my vomiting, he told me to sleep with an acorn under my pillow. What on earth? Does it negate it? Oh, it evens out, but I'm probably going to get more sicker. It could be food poisoning, because you know I hold these private feasts very often, just to help me give it a stress. Hashem, I'm curious about your Mazdaki faith. Sleep with acorn in your pillow. I'm sure we'll find common ground soon, even though he's an unworthy hermetic. Oh, it is food poisoning. But it's normal, but just as long as you know what you're doing, okay? The red powder was tantalizing in color. The servant had made a mistake of tasting its pure form. His tongue had swollen up badly, and Zanda chastised him firmly for it. Zanda poured a spice in a chalice of water and stirred it meticulously before feeding me a spoonful. I actually feel better. I hope, because combination of stress and food poisoning isn't good. When do we go again? 16th of February. Invite Hashem next time. But if I could get better from the food poisoning before then. And also, I called for a teacher. When is it coming? Otherwise, I would have to get in shape if I want to, rank up. Does not have been declined invitation. He declined it before. He's declined before. I don't think I've ever invited you. Oh, these two are Muslims now, so can't invite those two. The Manichaean isn't fond of me, but it's mostly due to the food poisoning, so... Okay, I'll invite you two guys from the council to the feast. One of you's going to accept it. So I can befriend you too, so we can have a more trusting council. Spymaster will come. The heretic isn't coming, but the Manichaean will. My violent vomiting and diarrhea have gone away. I recovered what must have been food poisoning. I feel better now. So are you sure you two won't be coming? Your wife? What happened? Was slain by Ma in personal combat. 2 women were fighting? Sogdian Zoroastrians killed her. I guess these two had a rivalry, and something must have provoked them into fighting. And it got real nasty from there. That's what happened. We have enough money to start a border dispute war, which it'll cost you 100 gold, but the war themselves won't take long. Just help me get rid of stress, okay? All I need. Once I get rid of stress, in 2 years' time, go back to war focus. And I kind of want to start antagonizing people, because if I want to increase duel experience, I need to start antagonizing others. But since we're going to be up against our future enemies... Yeah, he's been killing, guys. I thought to myself, hey, who's your best commander? I want to duel him. He won't accept those duels, he's craven. Your marshal, however... Oh, he has some duel experience. I want to fight him. So I gotta antagonize him. And once we become rival, then in 2 years' time, switch to war focus and then duel him. Unless you got rivals. Rivals from the realm. How much money does he have? Not much. What if there's a bounty on his head? Nope. Yeah, there are no bounties in this realm. Assassin, giving you the struggle focus. And you will be my squire. Which is again in part of member of Fighters Guild, where you can make your child my squire. They'll learn the basics of combat and warfare at the cost of the general education and preparation for the future in a martial society. So one day we could say, if Roxana can't be this great warrior, then maybe Assassin can. So after this feast, start a war, expand to Dashhaud. That's the most likely target. Afghan Buddhist from Bamiyan. Right. Yeah. Offer advice and training. That means I get a little more glory for this. I befriended a Manichaean. So he's going to be more competent now. The Morvad of Kotal. Never thought I would see the Man of Cloth be a member of a Fighters Guild. At least in the Sandpit. Still haven't got rid of. Okay, we have 900 troops, nearly 1,000. No doubt we can take those areas easily. And to take out whatever army or lack thereof he has. So we're going up there. It's going to cost me 25 piety and 100 gold for that. But the war shouldn't take long, and whatever we looted, we'll be making that money again. So, shouldn't worry about that. So I'm looking at the other relevant characters, see if they got any of, worth noting. So, no. And in 2 years' time, we'll kick these people out of there and replace them with Zoroastrians. Now mind you, this is Persian territory, not Sogdian. So we're going to foreign land inside of the Emirate. I'll be leaning in the center. You may be physically weak, but I'm going to need you. Now we're going to go up to them fast. Again, it's mainly stepped. I could have sworn I heard the enemy commander of Frogzad bargain orders, but as I searched the plains, oh, this is plains, not steppe. He's nowhere to be found. A fellow soldier finally informs he's been spotted cowering far back behind a large rock, and most disgracefully behind his troops. He's stubborn, but I still have a good combat skill despite being stressed. But if I get wounded in action, so be it. It'll still increase the duel experience regardless. It's a good day for a duel, I chuckle, hefting my blade of Roxana in my hand. And of talking, my opponent growls. Soon Farrukhzad is lying face down in the dirt. I seem to sever his leg from his body. I take it I win this fight. So, I'm unscathed, but he's one-legged and severely injured. Yeah, he ain't gonna like that. Battlefield experience, duel experience. And I like how this battle's still ongoing, but a bottle of scented oil and a warm bath greeted me as I returned to my chambers. My husband offered to listen to my problems as he gently tended to my body. Though it seems foolish, I find myself with fewer, darker thoughts running about in my head afterwards. That Amir is truly a dedicated husband. Oh, thank you very much. I needed that. Especially I'm fresh off from fresh off from a duel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May Ahura Mazda bless you with long life. Oh, hurry up. We don't have much time. You have 3 months to end your conflict. So, the Amir does not want to see infighting, so this is going to be our only time to expand. So, we got to finish this war quickly, even if we have to assault. If there is anyone in this world that has the Siege Master, it would be great right now, but unfortunately there isn't any, so we have no choice but to assault. Wait until the morale is up, then begin assaulting, otherwise the war will be lost. And we'd lost some of the men for this. I ain't gonna like it, but we gotta finish it now. Oh, no, 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 no. That was a terrible mistake. If I'm on the council, I could call a favor to stop him from doing so, but I'm not on his council because I'm a woman. Well, friend, if that's what you want, oh well. Guess we'll have to give up this, yeah, that money just went to waste. Huh. Remember, it's because of, work has become boring and the hours of the day drag on. Diligence may be virtue, but it's exhausting. It doesn't affect my combat skill, but it affects all of my skills. Yeah, I guess we'll be going back home. But at least the next time we fight the war, whenever this thing expires, then, again, it won't be enough. You have to take all the holdings. Oh, 100% war score. And how many days? 44 days. And congratulations, a prisoner too. Okay, ransom, while Dashwood's is ours. I guess that assault was a little bit worth it, just to knock down their defense a little. Whoops, made a mistake. Stupid mule, Roxana. Or is indecisive. 59. Oh, god dang it, you released the one who's the heir. I got greedy with money. Okay, I made a mistake. It's just I saw a money opportunity. It's just... He gets to keep Dashwood's for a few years' time. But do not worry. There's other matters to attend to. Well, he's lucky to have it. So it'll be 59 months. So that's 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 5 years. So, 5 years. I'll be 30 by then. Okay. you'll keep. But we'll be back with full strength next time. And it's not going to be until next year to start carousing again. Which I can do one more. It was a waste of money, but we'll get that money back by then, in 5 years' time. Speak of which. Although, he may die before the teachings are finished. Which I had many teachers died on me. Which I don't really appreciate that. You're an unworthy hermetic and you're having a fearful vision. Now, could you please, one of you two, come to my face so we can be friends? Because there's advantages of having other people's vassals as friends. Neither of them are coming. And look at you, got so many friends, so many companions. How about you? I mean, you're not doing nothing. And I'm gonna give the Spy Master another chance to befriend me. So it makes it less likely for him to assassinate me, or be one of the backers of an assassination plot for whatever reason. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep making fun of him, although he's a little possessed, which worries me a little. He has a rivalry with a man with leprosy who's severely injured, and he could very well die soon. Oh, he's mad. Once for rivals, I can challenge him to the duel next year. These two will be coming. You are a cursed maniac. Yeah, I'm basically taunting him. Yeah, it was a waste of money and a little bit of waste of piety, but don't worry, we'll make it all back up. No doubt. And if I needed to go kill somebody, go fight these raiders. Do you even know anything? So, it's only a matter of time before his, Loyalist Council, which... Is that one of his wives? Yeah, one of his wives, Spy Master. I was about to say, should he have more loyalists in his court, then he could change all the laws if he wants to. So I'm close to finishing and improving my fighting skills, so... have another training, and if it goes well, then we can start ranking up. Yeah, just imagine Roxana, you know, training her sword fighting skills in the steppes of Bukhara, which is part of the Silk Road. Like, you can picture her in the middle of the steppes doing her sword fighting training, and out in the background there's these camel caravans, these trade caravans, just like in the old days when Sogdiana was in its prime. Now it's time for the feast. Who wants to be my friend? And it's my Spy Master. Good. So, there's a holy war for Bok, and for Ghanan, there's the clear war against the Raja of Pamir. I was about to say Pamir is independent. Well then. But again, it's for Pamir. Oh yeah. But it'll be precarious because he's going up against Buddhists and may never know if Tibet will intervene, which they won't. Well, it was fun. That's the last time I'm holding a feast like that. Nobody on the bounty board for this year. Once I become a skilled fighter, then start ranking up. And when it's May, then switch back to war focus. Rise of the Shia. The schism at the heart of Islam dates back to its earliest days. The majority Sunnis have long persecuted the followers of Ali, the Shias, forcing them into hiding. The partisans of Ali look to his descendants for leadership, but they are forced to keep their ancestry secret. Now, though, the Shias are mobilizing their strength behind a boy whom they claim to be Ali's rightful heir and imam. The other Islamic jurists claim that the boy is clearly a fraud. But to his followers, he is the person they've been waiting for, and now they flock to his banner. It's taking place in the Abbasid Empire. Huh, the fools fight amongst themselves. Because there's already a rebellion, and now they have another thing to worry about. The Pretender Shia Caliphate, the Abbasids have 15,000, while they have 32,000, so they will definitely carve up land for themselves. They're in an unknown location right now. So, where are they? Typically, they start at the capital. Yeah, they do have the strength to do it. The Abbasids have got too much going on. And it doesn't help that he's expelled the Jews, thus. Well, he could still make a good amount of money, mostly through the silk trade. And the local resources, if any. Speaking of local resources, I've made some more money out of that. Alright. Well, if you want to spend a little money, up the walls a bit. Bukhara will be a center of eventual Sogdian resistance against the Emirate, especially its successor, as they called Jibril the Wise. I just still wish he was my best friend. So now, I'm a skilled fighter. This character possesses a certain talent for battle and swordplay. Ups a bit more health, and now it ups the attraction opinion for those of the opposite sex. But look at me. He's doing some tyrannical things right now, and I don't know what that is. What has he done to you? Tell me. Decreased council power, I mean, that's one thing. What else? Unfaithful lecher. Oh yes, he still has his lover. Well, I guess they broke up. Pressure from his wives, I assume. I don't think the tyranny's coming from lowering the council. They're probably condemning him for some other action that he did. Whatever it is, he tolerates me still. Not to mention he finds me a little more attractive these days. But remember, we'll get back at him once it expires. Alright. I'll be back in action in May. Just remember. As I will be training my son. You know, he's my squire. Oh, these Zoroastrians took part of the rebellion too. There's the other donor. Still trying to antagonize their best commander. Because, you know, it's best to get rid of him or weaken him. So that in the next time we meet in the field of battle, then, well, he'll no longer be a threat. Look at you, you're an architect now. He built a great tower. You should write a letter to him to try to convince him of my good intentions. Friendship between us will benefit both our realms, so I will, due to my high diplomacy skill, I would write a highly detailed letter explaining the advantages of maintaining stronger and more amicable relations between my realm and his. I mean, he's got no children. So, like, if you got a grudge, what? Hey, wait a minute. Thank you for that, but that reminds me. Since people have been calling him a tyrant, what do they say now? If we could fabricate a claim for Samarkand. I know it's a bit early, but I'm just checking. Not enough to make a difference. Still keep doing it. Eventually you'll become a formidable fighter. I was about to say, is it possible that I could try to prepare one more feast before I switch a focus? Or would that cancel that out? I'll just try it. I was about to say, hey, would it be ideal to... Oh, I didn't know. Oh, yeah, he's from there. Muslim, Muslim, Muslim. Lustful, though. Yeah, you can't invite her because... Well, Samarkand is not at peace, so they're not interested. Oh, by the way, let me check that again. Oh, no, god dang it. The other way. No, just these two. You know, the Kurmas who tolerates me, but the Buddhist who doesn't like me, clearly. I'll say, no, I'm not asking for a pawn. I'm asking to have a private peace with me. That and people of my council. Again, I'm just doing something on it. Where we'll just say, look, we can prepare a feast, abandon that plot. But if I were to switch to another focus, would it cancel it out? Just want to know who's coming in and who's not. Okay, I switch to war focus, and does the preparing the small feast go away? Doesn't appear to be, unless I get a notification that says otherwise. Alright. Combat skills going way up. And just to make it better, since I have a lot of glory in me, I'll get into shape. My companions trade every day to stay in shape to be ready for battle at a moment's notice, so I decided it's time for a small training session in order to burn some of the extra fat I'm carrying around. Shall I start with running or lifting heavy rocks? So in September's time, the burning fat will go away and I'll be in perfect shape afterwards. So just wait until September, then I will, well, rank up in this society. Or go pick a fight against the raiders. Or pick a fight with this guy. I'm going to keep antagonizing you. Look, he's cool. You're going down today, alright? I will not duel with the former Mobad because... Herbad. While this man, he's an infidel, and he's our best commander, so I want to weaken this man. The spineless, craven coward. Is he now? Oh, I think he just picked up that trait just now, just for turning down my duel. He's afraid. Good, that'll weaken his military efforts. Should war ever come in a few years' time. Now, who are your other commanders? Well, actually, since This is a sheikdom, you can only have up to 2. So this other guy, severe. Oh, he'll die soon, so don't worry about that. He's improved as a squire. He's a page now. There's one commander, and here's the other. Preserver of poetry. You're next. I just want to pick a fight with someone, so I can have more duel experience. Don't let my kindness fool you, because I will kick your can. Oh, that thing went away, so. As in, everyone's busy. Oh, the feast still goes on, even when you switch a focus. Okay. I learned something new. So, who wants to be my friend? My husband is my friend. So I got, let me see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 friends and 2 rivals. Oh, and I just remembered something. Now we have religious control mandate. So, in a few years' time, whenever we expand to either Kiva or Dashwoods, then we'll kick the landed Muslims out of here and replace them with Zoroastrians. Son of Mara, they call him. Buddhist. He lived a little far from me, but... I can't imagine fighting against Zabulistan or even these guys. Well, actually, why does he have so little troops? And because of that, boy, those Zunis are on the move. Yeah, the Zunists, which is a pagan faith, which originated from Afghanistan. Fergana is about to get Pamir. Very tall mountains. Looks like these Yapgoids hold a grudge against them. Just wondering about the other nomadic realms, where I was thinking, hey, should we spread the Zoroastrian faith to other places? What the? You're independent! An independent Zoroastrian realm. As a matter of fact, these two, the Karens, they've somehow got out of there. While he's not doing very well. He's got too many wars to fight, and the Shia Caliphate has won. They're in Baghdad, so Kingdom of Iraq will be created, but it'll be a Shia Sultanate of Iraq, I should say, because they call Kingdom Sultanates over there. I don't think it's going to work, but let me see. Because I can't ask matrilineal, because too high for succession, as these two realms are part of it. And it's too bad we live too far away to declare war against them. Unless we fabricate a claim and then go over there. I mean, it's not in the realm, but if we could try to, you know, take the land from them, so they could lose their piece of territory. Wow. Nice one. I'm going to start swaying him again, and I'm going to move my Chancellor. Well, it's going to take a while to fabricate a claim over there, even though it's kind of a bit far off from where we live, but you can try. I mean, it's going to help him, but it's going to help me more. I mean, we can't go to war locally here, but we can in other places. Oh, it's time to duel for the first time. I'll get to you in a minute. I arranged a meeting with some of the events organizers in order to challenge a member and increase my standing in the Sandpit. These duels do not usually lead to death, but they're nonetheless dangerous. A fighter with enough prestige and glory to her name could try to leverage it to avoid a duel. Ask for a duel. Agleb. He's in perfect shape, he's a renowned duelist, so he's been at it for a while, but I have better skills than him. It ain't gonna be one shot, one kill like I did to that Mazdaki guy who had a bounty on his head. Oh, missed it. Target the center. I'm stunned, but I missed a follow-up. Wildly flail his weapon. Dodge. Now swing it. Oh, he's wounded now. Yeah. Counter. Right. Victory is mine. The referees stopped the fight and declare me as the victor. I can now be considered as a veteran, while my defeated foe will be shamed and will be considered to be of lowly novice rank. One step closer to greatness. So, to win, you have to get the score up to 5. That's for you people if you are watching this for the first time. So I'm a veteran now. Let's see too if I could fight up to become a pretender. And maybe face this champion one day who is a Shaykhah Hindu. Again, Iranian culture, so therefore member of the Sandpit. The Sandpit is for Iranian cultures, Arabic cultures, and African cultures. Keep that well in mind, because there's 4 different types of Fighters Guild with 8 specific cultures. So 2 independent Zoroastrian realms, and I would love to bring one of them in the fold. And I'm gonna have to, I don't know, force one of them into marrying, be betrothed to one of my daughters. So we can get that Parthian blood, and so we can have that, so we can have those 2 merge in. That's what I want. That is my grand plan. She could turn her Zoroastrian instead of Muslim. So I'm getting up there now. Now I'm a renowned duelist, because I've dueled a few times. Oh yes, just remembered. You don't have that many troops, and if this is about that conflict, I want no part of it. So instead I'll give them some money, because we need that reinforcement right now. I ain't gonna join no war because this is probably gonna involve that. There you go. Just give me my glory as the training continues. In a few months' time, I may want to raise the troops and go fight against the raiders and see if I can face one of their commanders and get into the duel with them to further increase my experience. I think you've trained me before. Yeah, I remember you. Chuzak. Guess you had nothing better to do. Chinese civil wars come to an abrupt end. Emperor Li Daizong utterly crushed the main rebel army in Laoyang, ending the long years confusing warfare and shifting alliances between loyalists, rabble-rousing monks, dynastic pretenders, and an overly ambitious governor. Things are slowly returning to normal in the Middle Kingdom, and the Silk Road is safe again. So it's stable now. And look at the Abbasids now. They're weak. But now, he's got these event spawn troops, and they'll eventually be at full strength to expand wherever they wish. So they're in trouble now. And it's kind of unfortunate none of these tributary states have the courage to stand up against the Abbasids and be free from their suzerain. After a recent civil war, the Middle Kingdom was crushed by the forces of the Emperor. One of the rebels that opposed him, General Jin Kwao, has fled westwards with his forces. He claims that the Li dynasty is not fit to rule and that he is the true son of heaven and shall establish his own empire. How unsettling. Wonder where he's going. I mean, he could go anywhere to create a new Chinese empire for himself. I mean, typically they go on Central Asia. Only one way to find out. You just wait for another notification, since I think event spawn troops has just been created and they're going somewhere. Somewhere. Not in Sogdiana. Fighting skills continue to be improved. Keep at it. I'll be a formidable fighter one day. Where are we in strength? It's hard being a good Zoroastrian these days, but my friend truly shocked me when I realized we did not share the same religion. My dear friend is a heretic. Yeah, we kind of knew that already. He's been a heretic for a while, and he's got a magnificent painting. This is why I had to be friends with heretics, because maybe I can turn them the other way. So I can't be Kodamasta. So I shall try to convert my friend to the one true faith. So Roxana will try to convert Koru to a God-fearing Zoroastrian. What say you? No. Just continue. Huh? He sent his sycophants to torment me once more, mocking me and my religion, spreading lies how we worship demons and commit unspeakable acts to please Ahura Mazda. How dare he? Why are you antagonizing me? I mean, you are not a decadent person, it's just... Have you gone mad? Thought you were a good family man. You were good to me, but... How many rivals have you made? If you do that, you and I are going to settle this in a fight, okay? If you keep doing that. But... Patience. He's trying to anger me. The difference between a Zoroastrian and a Zoroastrian, well, that would be Kurmaz, is that I reason with him about his religion and try to explain why being a Kurmazta in this day and age was a bad idea. So, he's decided to convert and he's become a Zoroastrian. May Ormazd give you long life. And try to teach that to your children. Or even turn into a Nestorian Christian. Oh, there's plenty of time for that child to be changed to a different faith. So now that we're both in, the man's trying to antagonize me, so now the case is slightly stronger. Unless he's been antagonizing me, so the only way to get these people to, I don't know, make him mad at him is if he... Maybe that's why he's cruel. He's been antagonizing people. We were friends at one point, and now your opinion towards me has changed. Let's see too if my kindness will overcome his hatred. But if we're rivals, I will not hesitate to fight. Also, stay in shape. You may never know you'll be challenged or be ready to rank up soon. Wish I have that brave trait. I think it may be a little too late, but... Oh yes, we can catch him. Well, we do have an organizer with us, so we're definitely going to catch up to him, because I wanted to fight raiders and see if I can fight one of their commanders to further increase my duel skill. Combat. There's only two of them. These raiders are fighting hard. And it's kind of funny. It's like, okay, we're in Dashwoods, and I found a time that says, hey, you're the most disgraceful courtier. He's mad. That's the Khan himself. He lost his hand recently. And he's got an impressive warhorse. Well, that doesn't impress me. I was chasing him when Bunyat shoved me aside. I'll take this one, my lady. Clumsily swinging his spear. But he did well in the duel. He didn't kill him. Okay, they're leaving. Well, someone else took my target. Again? Second chance. No brave. Oh. I picked up a Roth trait. I'm still kind, but trust me when I tell you, I'm a bit hot-headed these days. But then again, I am antagonizing people. But hey, it improves the combat skill a little. Keep at it. Once you're done burning fat, then whenever it's ready to come up. That's what I was figuring out. Oh, really, it doesn't cost much. Hell, why haven't I been doing that? Instead of just declaring border dispute wars, which will cost you 100, whereas you can get a strong claim for half a price. And it'll cost you prestige, not piety. So, there you go. But I need this county too. Press both claims, then, and I guess we'll get, Dihistan. Well, actually, he has to create that title. Even though it is not de jure part of Transoxiana, or Sogdiana for us Sogdians. I just hope nobody declares a holy war against him, otherwise... Well, there goes my opportunity. Although he may believe to do it, but he's busy. Halt! It's time for another duel. This is the current champion. Should I ever meet him, I could definitely beat him. So, give me the next challenger. Courage. Ha! He's a hungry man, so... Which means he's fresh off from his, warrior pilgrimage, and he had, you know, that little hunting thing. And so he missed his animal, or he didn't get what he wanted, so he hasn't eaten in a while. I'll take it a little easy on you. And also, I'm in perfect shape. He does a lunge attack at me. Dodge. And now, target the center. Hit it again. Oh, missed the attack, but got the follow-up. Safe, timid attack. Dodge. I mean, that one always... This one I like. And he swings a weapon at me. Dodge. Win again. That was lucky. So again, I could be potentially facing him as champion, which I have the combat skill to prove it, but may never know. I mean, this plus 10 is due to the fact that he's champion. And once I become champion, those challengers better think twice. Those pretenders better be thinking twice. Look, he likes me, but I'm starting to not like him. They're educated in foreign culture. Foreign culture? Ah, Levantine Arabic versus Bedouin Arabic. Despite the fact you both speak the same language. Or is there a difference between Classical Arabic, as it was down in Arabia at that time, and Levantine Arabic? But it does not matter. So whatever you do, Emir, don't make me mad, because it's like I've been kind to you. You were attracted to me while you were sick in bed, and now for some reason you decided to start antagonizing other people. Something that you shouldn't be doing. Raiders are coming back, or they're just passing through and they're gonna go to some other realm. We're at nearly full strength now. Well, at least in this area. Hopefully he goes to Dershowitz and we can catch him there. No, he's not. Now he's going back. I cannot stand Amir Jabro. He takes opportunity to insult and berate me. Clearly this man wishes to be my enemy. I hate him. I just want to fight him right now. But too bad he's at war right now. Which, the war that he's participating is that they're losing. Well, they're over there right now in battle, so he could actually turn this war around. All I could say is, since he's over there fighting, I hope you die in battle. Whoever has your head, I will congratulate him for it. So yeah, we're rivals now, but I don't think I'll be able to sway him anymore that I would like. A rumor about a spy sneaking around my own castle was confirmed this morning when I caught him red-handed. Behead him. He could be a spy of the Emir. Of course, that Herbad will not like me for, but he's my friend. I don't think he'll care. Plus, I need a martial skill, just to increase the glory a little. keep an eye out for raiders if they go through this region. Continue to improve. And stay in shape. Since you got so much glory these days. Jebrio and I have grown too far apart. It is very unlikely he'll ever respond positively to my attempts to sway him any longer. I should just stop trying. Oh, here they come. Hey, you still alive? I guess here's a chance to get back at you. You need to get married again. I hate to lose you. Well, there is this woman. She's just a... Not impressed with the skills? Of course not. There's not that many Mazdaki women out there, so deal with it. You're going to lose that land, and he's going to get stronger. Well, no. He'll create another vassal. Get ready. Let's then accept them. Here's my chance to fight somebody. Come with me. We have 1,000 more troops than him. That costs a little too much. Is there anyone in the bounty board? I know he can't put a bounty on my head because I'm a member of the Fighters Guild. No, unfortunately not. But once that war over down south is over, I'll be sure to challenge him. Word has reached to me that from the east that the Emperor of the Tang Empire has ordered Protector General Carousing to mobilize forces and launch the invasion of the Chu Empire to dismantle the upstart pretender. There can only be one dragon, and Li Chu, Emperor Daizong of the Tang Empire, is moving the show by force. That is what the... Only one can claim to be the Lord of 10,000 years. Chu Empire. Oh my goodness. He took Tibet. And they've been ruling there since last year. They took up the entirety of Tibet. All the vassals are still there. It's just shocking. But now the Protector General's going after him, and so it's going to be a massive war over there. Come at me. Our ongoing struggle outside of Dashowitz have brought out the best of our military strategists. One of them is a Sogdian veteran with a penchant for innovation. He suggested that he retire from the battlefront and return to Bukhara to continue his work safe from flying arrows. Well, it does not matter because we're a county, we won't get technology points, so... Oh, you're craven, but... just come to court. Simply for the sake of it. And pregnant. That can't be good, because I need that combat skill in order to face the champion, so... I will take a break from combat. Because of this, this would lower the glory a lot. And I will return to combat after I give birth. And hopefully the champion will be ready by then. Assassin is now a horse caretaker. He's getting better. Yeah, he's talking about everybody at court is whispering about the unfortunate circumstances of my birth and more people rising up to question my claim for the throne. So he's calling me out because of that, you know, legitimized bastard. I don't even know my parents. If I were to have a guess, I assume my parents were like every other Sogdian. They were merchants before your kind came here. Well, she was born on 753, so that's 2 years after the finishing of the Muslim conquest of Transoxiana. Yeah. I want to maintain my kindness, you know, for swaying reasons. Oh, look, more raiders. But I cannot participate, so let them roam free. You'll get yours soon. As he's got himself a few books. Nobody's disturbed them yet. Just hold on. Well, actually, I can take him on. If he's still not willing to fight yet. Yeah, making a lot of friends and a lot of enemies. And we got one more year. One more year, then we'll get back at them again. It'll be one for diplomacy. And babies are coming. Nobody's attacked them yet. This is good, but oh boy, we'll be at even strength with them. Well, actually, there's other ways. Third daughter. Yina. Easy to pronounce. Okay. I will stop resting. I'm still in perfect shape, but who wants to fight me, huh? I know you're not up to the challenge. Are you? I ask you again. Coward. Okay. How about... Oh, wait a minute. That's the former, Herbad. Don't challenge him. But I will get to him one day. And that man I've been antagonizing? I think he's my foe by now. No. Yes? So we're just not yet rivals yet, where I can challenge him for such. But now we're gonna have to get the main troops up. We have 205 gold. Do it. And get it done fast. Well, it'll be done this June. Because in a year's time, we're going to try it again. I'm not in perfect shape, but there's a new champion. Oh dear. And he's an adventurer, and he's been in many fights. There's reasons for that. So he's a host that's trying to conquer Punjab. Alright. I've been stinging with the food and exercise lately. I'm only skin and bones. Time to make some gains. Let's increase the next feast budget, so I lose a bit of gold, now that I'm in perfect shape. Okay, so now I'm ready to take on the champion. Although it's going to be a little difficult fight. Plus he's killed 2 people before. And I've only killed 1. So, I'm ready. I'm ready. Alright, greatness is at hand, and so is the title of champion. This fight will not be easy, as a champion's superior experience makes them stronger than they appear. Defeat at the hand's champion is harsher than usual, as all eyes are on me. Again, personal combat skill of 78 versus 93, so I'm a little nervous. So it is time. See, he swings his weapon at me. Dodge. I don't want to be overzealous, but take a defensive stance. It lowers the odds of critical hits and critical misses. But he swings his weapon at me. Oh dear. Bad move. Missed that one. Ow. Dodge. Now hit the center. Dodge. Oh wow. Victory is mine. The referee stopped the fight and declared me as the victor. I am now the champion. While my defeated foe will be shamed, I return to a simple pretender seeking to reach my height. The title is very contested and I will need to stay in perfect shape to survive the horde of challengers. So now I'm the new champion. Which again, yeah, that was an even match, Isa. I bruised his dominant hand, which gives him +5 fertility, which I'm sure you people know what you're thinking. So I bruised both his hands then. Despite the fact that he's dueled many men in his heydays, but he's never met somebody like a Sogdian woman who is ambitious, ready for a fight. Even though he gave me quite a bit of bruising. He bruised my legs and he bruised my torso. But I can handle myself. So now I am the champion. Which means that combat skill is up even more due to being a champion. The first female champion of the Sandpit, one would think. Are there any other female members besides me? It feels like I'm the only one. Let me see. Hold on, I thought I saw one. Just curious, okay. Nope, I'm the only one. Alright, as I said before, I'm the champion now, which means I'll get plenty of glory gain if anybody's willing to train me and make me a better warrior. If not, then I'll have to go on a warrior pilgrimage, which I will do that once I expand out west. Push my claims. Well, I only have one claim now, and I need to claim the other, so I can kick the Karen boy out, and then they're next. I mean, hopefully, you know, once they finish their piece of business, or either them or whoever. It's just we need to bring that house down so they can lose their land, and we can matrilineally marry those boys with my daughters and inherit that Parthian blood, so we can have 2 bloodlines in our house. Again, I don't have that privilege. That goes for my children and grandchildren in the future. So soon I'll be making more enemies as time passes. Unless I want to say, well, it's time to get up and fight the enemy. I will get rid of this Gruminator ambition. You know, I'm taking an awful risk. As we'll switch to Agnatic Cognatic. So that way, in case if my son doesn't make it, then the daughters will rule. So I needed to tone down on that fertility. Lessen the chance of me getting pregnant. Because I'm a champion now, I need to stay in perfect shape. And I'm not that virtuous. But, No. He won't give me anything because the man hates me right now. So, again, if I want to become the Queen of Transoxiana or Sogdiana. If Fabricate claims Councilor Mr. may acquire the claim on Troxiana with this ambition, and reduce costs for creating a kingdom if it does not exist. Remember, it cannot be cancelled. So for now, just have that around. Just create treasury. I mean, I cannot plot the claim for it. I mean, he's antagonizing me, and you know, what do the others think? Some are willing to back it. Guess and those two are Sunni Muslims. One Bedouin, one Sogdian. I guess some of them realize that clearly the man's, you know, but remember. So having 3 backers would mean 75% or 60% chance of successfully fabricating the claim. But if I can get 5 backers, it'll be nearly guaranteed to fabricate that claim if I want it for myself. So that'll be 3 backers, but I'm still not entirely convinced. Sure, he's cruel and deceitful, but he's a devoted family man, or so they claim. Let the time continue to pass as we continue to build troops, train troops, and we'll have even more. So we can be ready for the western conquests. I am bent low over my war table, struggling to stay focused and to keep my eyes open. Husband Shaykhah Roxana enters. He crosses the room and inspects the war table over my shoulder. Perhaps a fresh pair of eyes might prove helpful, dear wife? Perhaps you are right. You're the one that helped me get out of the stress street. I was about to lose a bet, though I felt inclined to cheat, but to be just, even though it cost me some gold. It was worth it. 1 point on gold. Can make all that money back in my sleep. My husband received an education in warfare, like myself, so he quickly grasped the nuances of the problems I explained it. Told me to set to work, discussing comparing troop compositions. Vladimir is the most competent strategist. Within an hour, and laid the groundwork for a promising solution. Make him my lover? I mean, he's already my friend. There's no reason for him to like me even more. So, a brilliant idea. Have you any additional suggestions so we have some common interests and gain a little bit of military technology points? Which we kind of don't need right now because we're not getting any. But it's always nice to have free points for future use. Even with blunt blades, training fight is a dangerous thing. Sometimes a sword might strike a bit too hard. That's enough fighting this week. Sorry about that, friend. You'll live. You're a brilliant strategist. Not to mention you're the man with the cloak of Muhammad. Hashem, would you like to come over? If we can improve the race, maybe you could be the next backer. You're the Grand Vizier. So let's talk. I doubt we have anything in common. I think these days have really helped me getting Hashem to know and appreciate me better. I pass most of our time in my palace discussing the most different topics. Ah, I was honored by your visit because I'm humble. Because we're both humble. Good acquaintance. We may not become close friends, but I'm sure we'll get along fine. Yabgoids are raiding. Let him. I am not coming over to help him. Although he has the troops to kick them out. And now everybody at court is whispering out how my kindness is but a reflection of my cowardice and lack of will. How dare he? Taking advantage of my kindness. He's abusing matter of fact, he's abusing the entire Sogdian hospitality. Ever since this rule began, he's overstayed his welcome. Time to start making more money again. Now that we have the militia training ground, and it's going to take a while to get the Levy's up at full strength. The mayor died of poor health. Oh yes, the military tutor. We'll put you in because you have way more muscle skill. And I'll get different commanders by other means. When a time of war comes. And he just died too. Died of poor physique. Okay. Then we'll settle with this man. This Sogdian veteran. It's kind of funny. Just based on the tone of my voice you just heard. It's like nonchalant. The pretender. Quick-minded. He's been a duelist for a while. I'm still in perfect shape. So bring me my sword. So defeat 0 out of the required 10. If you could defeat all 10 pretenders, the bloodline will form. It's an easy attack. I avoided attack and I stroke back. Big mistake. Target the center. Swings weapon at me. Not a scratch on me. Alright, exceptional year for the tannery here. Are there any other resources, by the way? Yeah, those two are still around, but out west... Oh yeah, I'm antagonizing. Look! Dahistan's got a gold mine. Another reason of why we should capture those lands. Gold mine means more money. Huge money! And we're not rivals just yet. Most disgraceful courtier. Come on. Fight me. What are you afraid of? We have the money to start a border dispute war, which again, costs 100 a little bit of piety. We have 1,000 more than he does. Garrison's already refilled. Couple of more days. Movement's locked. We should go after them. Because I need that duel experience again. Sure, we may take a few losses fighting against these mainly light cavalry and special troops, i.e. horse archers. But we got horse archers too. And more. If only we have pikemen, because that would be advantageous against... Yeah, I guess I'll put you in. Well, actually, he goes this flank. He's cavalry leader. The cavalry's this way. Friend, you're coming with me. This is risky. Get just a few days fighting and then start a war. Show them what it means to do. Fight Zaz. Pechnik. Oh, he's already severely injured and lost a leg. Time to take on this ugly man. Wait, I hear you. He cries out. My blade of Roxana high. I slow the deadly bow about to come on my enemy. The man stumbles backwards, almost tripping over himself. I'll be your prisoner. Spare my life, he whimpers. There's a little bit of gold in you. Says your man's incapable. You know, I'm gonna, since that man's been antagonizing me, I'm gonna take my frustrations out on you. So you dead. And plus, that counts up a little bit of that duel experience. We didn't take that many losses, so... Look at that. They're raiding that place, but now they're going to be raiding the city of Samarkand itself, unfortunately. Since he's so busy with war. Matter of fact, they took some of his... They took all of his wives and some of their daughters. Just let them have it. Let them have their free reign. The Abgoids won't forgive them for what... Matter of fact, that clan lost their country. They don't exist anymore. They've been conquered, and now they're going to get their piece of revenge against them. Should I really be zealous? Try. I am zealous now. Because of him antagonizing me, now I'm fully committed to, being a Zoroastrian through and through. And plus it ups the martial skill a bit more. Hello, my Zoroastrian brother. Let's be friends. Of course I will accept that mission. The next time we fight, it increases my combat skill even further. No one's gone after you yet. But remember, stay in shape. Be ready for the next fight. Hopefully not before June 15th. 100% war score. And I've become brave also. Even more martial skill. More martial, more troops. Yeah, Roxana's really changed. I don't want to be content, because you are not one. But thanks for the traits. Let's just finish the training the normal way. I introduced Vanetta, but they didn't get along, so yeah. These two didn't get along at all. One more check for this episode. But we will expand the realm westward at my behest. Just complete your training. Okay, now I'm in perfect shape if the burning fat is gone. Now behead him again. By the way, how long did that last? Oh, a couple of months. Yeah. Those spies are probably from him. Would you look at that? He's been wounded in action and he has an infection during that conflict he intervened. So it's only a matter of time before he kicks the raiders out. Now it's whispering how much of a fool I am, ready to believe in anything I am told, no matter the source. Look, I know exactly what he's trying to do, so I pretend to ignore his slander and focus on avoiding any collateral damage caused by the rumors he spread about me. So, what does the Council of the Bajin and Emirate? He once had ruler declaration, but now that he's been pressured because of so many things going on, he just can't handle it as troops are on their way to defeat the Abguids once and for all. So now revoking titles is only the Council has the decision, which the Council doesn't like. Because one's a Buddhist, and the other is Mazdaki. The rest are Muslims. Look, if he dies, this Mazdan artifact is going to Samarkand, but I fear that he may not have enough money to keep it, and he could destroy it. I was thinking, is it high time for war now? So come on, fabricate that other claim so we can go for the riches. We do have enough money to, in fact, start 2 border dispute wars with these two in order to expand. Son, you're gonna be good. Assassin. Also, I'll make you cupbearers just to add a bit more to your prestige to your name. And he's improved his squires. He's now a shield bearer. spent most of its youth in the service of a lord, or lady, being me, has better knowledge of warfare and combat. This negatively impacted the regular circuit. I'm raising him to be a competent warrior, even if he doesn't know about money making. Seriously, they're holding their ground. Stubborn like I am. I'm close to finishing improving my fighting skills. That means one more time on training, and you will be a formidable fighter. No, I'm saving my money. I found my purpose in life. So they barely held out. Let's check one more time for this episode. Anybody want it back? No? But this man here, political concerns are systemic. How about you? That man we can sway. Look, you don't have that many years to live, but he does, despite the fact that he's a fat man. Despite the fact I've become zealous as of late, and so is he. We could change that. We need to start making them look the other way to deal with their cruel, deceitful Emir, which he could die of infection soon. Which, I'm better off for that. Oh, turn it off before he finds out that I'm attempted to do that. So, want a duel now? Wait a minute. Okay. Before we close this episode, it's time to finish this, once and for all. This duel, if he accepts, this may kill him. You know, he's only been into a fight once. And he only burned one person at the stake, and that's the Herbad. Who's from all over there. So I guess it was due to, you know, him being a warlock or something. Let me take a drink. I'm sure, I assume he's going to turn down the challenge because he's very much hurt. I mean, he has to be really, really stupid to accept that challenge. Well, they say it'll be dissolved because, you know, he's old. I don't care. He's abused the Sogdian hospitality long enough. I thought we were good friends ever since he saw me for the first time, seeing how beautiful I was due to my pregnancy glow. And now he had a change of heart due to his cruelty and him being deceitful. Though he still has sympathy for Muslim religions, but not to Muslims anymore. You've changed me. I mean, you have changed. I have changed. So now, the champion of the Sogdian people challenges you, Amir Jabril the Wise. You're a monster. Accept it. That spineless foul jester refused my challenge. Of course. Not surprised you haven't become craven yet, after you turned down such a challenge. So, anyone else? How about you? Cowards. Okay, well, let's close the episode. After the defeat of Emperor Jing Jingsu at the hands of the Protector General, the Chu Empire has been dismantled. The vassals were relieved that they are now free from the grasp of the Emperor. Further in the east, it is reported that the late Chu Emperor Daizong of the Tang Empire is very pleased with this outcome. Once again, Tang has displayed the might of the dragon. There were no match for the Tang Empire. So, with that entrance of that Second Chinese Empire, Tibet is broken. Independent Buddhists and independent Moon. So that creates problems for that region. And this could give a chance to a possible growing power in Burgan to expand, or even those people that want to take on the pagans, or even the Western Protectorate, or even down in India, where there's a large growth for the Pala, which they might as well be a Pala Empire by then, since they've reached into the Indus. While meanwhile, the Abbasids continue to have more problems. The Shia are nearly at full strength, which at any time, particularly when the boy grows up, he will expand. So it's against tyranny. They're not involved yet. And the boy's a lunatic. So we hope in the next episode we'll get another claim for that county. A county which is a home of the gold mine, which we will make even more money. But for now we should focus on declaring 2 border dispute wars to finally take those 2 counties to increase our power further. And maybe we'll challenge the Emir, unless he dies, and then new one takes over, which he'll be an intriguing one, which is no good. It's no good because, you know, perhaps his son may grow up to be more cruel than he is. That's your excuse of why he turned down that duel. So anyways, we hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you in the next one for the champion of the Sogdians, Roxana of Bukhara. Till then, so long for now.